All right, welcome back to Talking Fitchburg. And every month, twice a month, we have the recap of the council meetings. And this is really great. I think, there's so much that happens at the council meeting that can get missed because of maybe how long the meetings are if you don't watch them. So what we've got is Scott from the Fitchburg Star here to fill us in on what happened at the council meeting. Scott, good morning. How are you doing this morning?
Morning, guys. I'm doing well. How about you?
Oh, we're trying to stay warm in the studio here.
We're doing it.
But we're rocking it out here, so we appreciate you joining us this morning.
Yeah, I had the heat blasting as soon as I got in my car this morning.
I believe it. I believe it. All right, so Scott, what I see here from the notes is that now that the budget is over with, you would think the meeting times would go down, but that was not the case. Kicking it back off for the 2016 year.
No, it's looking like long meetings might be here to stay for those alders and for anyone who wants to follow what they're doing. There's just plenty to talk about, it seems like, and things that even when they're on the agenda, look like they won't get moved off the consent agenda and become items that are talked about for a while. So that always makes those meetings a little longer.
So the first big topic that was brought up, and it came a little bit later in the meeting, was Lacey Road. So fill us in what happened there.
Yeah, so on Lacey Road, that was a big thing last year. We had our stories of 2015 issue out recently, and that was one of the top 10. And a lot of residents were unhappy with how that process went of repaving the road and adding in a multi-use path. And they're kind of solidifying the plans this year. They came to an agreement and passed a general resolution, but they're solidifying the designs and everything throughout this year. And last night, Alders, Carpenter, and Gonzalez, who represent that area, brought up that some residents are not happy to find out about a 7-foot terrace requirement for the road. So some residents are pretty unhappy with now that some of the specifics are coming out with what those specifics are. And the city, Patrick Marst, city administrator, kind of said that the standards are above and beyond, and the city will have to define some of the aspects of the road. So it's gonna be a process that plays out for a while. And there's a meeting this Thursday actually to further discuss that topic at 6:30 at the Transit Committee. So that it'll be interesting to see where that topic goes there.
Yeah, and we'll have that meeting broadcasted right here live on FACTv on our government channel, so you can check out that and get a kind of a follow-up to that process. So we'll try to do our best to get the information out, too. And same with you guys as well. I know you'll be all over that as well. So
Yep. Certainly something that'll play out throughout the whole year, I imagine. So.
Absolutely. All right, our next topic was a 412-unit apartment project that is currently named the Aspen Park project.
Yeah, so that's quite a big apartment unit project to start off with. I mean, 412 units, that's a lot.
Yes, it
and
is.
So currently it's still pretty early in the stages. It's just a rezone request, and the council referred it to the Plan Commission. So the council didn't take any action last night or anything. They're sending it to the Planning Commission to look for a recommendation on how they should proceed. But initial plans would replace the Sun Valley apartments, where there are a number of people already residents there. So it would replace those apartments with some upper scale, market rate, and some senior housing apartments. And currently there are 5 5-story apartment buildings planned, along with 2 or 6 2-story apartment buildings. And those are the initial plans. So whether those remain is what ends up happening, we'll have to wait and see. But it'll be right around, if anyone's heard about the new proposed hotel and convention center that the council recently approved a tax increment financing district for, it'll be right around that area as well. So lots happening over there, which will be very interesting. So the next step for that is the Planning Commission. So if you're interested in following that, keep tabs on their next meeting.
Yeah, absolutely. I keep seeing that pop up here, both projects here moving forward. So we'll keep an eye on those. And we learned that District 3 is getting a new polling place as well last night.
Yes, yep. So Candlewood Suites will now serve as the polling place for District 3 for the 2016 elections, which, obviously this first one coming up in April. We've got the the presidential primary, so that'll be a big one. And then obviously later in the year, the general presidential election. So plenty to come.
Yeah, the clerks department here has been gearing up big time. Mm-hmm. So
especially with voter ID and everything.
I was just gonna say that. Yeah, we've been running plenty of PSAs here and trying to get the word out as best we can. So
bring it.
Yeah, bring it. That is the campaign. All right, real quick here. Can you talk about the cab reimbursement for committee positions? And this one sounds very interesting.
Yeah, so I guess it was brought up that it was originally on the consent agenda, and that got changed because some alders had some questions about it that they wanted answered. It was proposed to reimburse some people who have to take cabs to get to their committee meetings, to reimburse them for the cost of those cabs. And some alders, including Alder Poole, noted that it's against ordinance to reimburse committee members. Jake Johnson, Alder Johnson, argued, though, that it would amount to a few $100s and that reimbursement for that cost would not constitute a payment of those committee members. So, it's going to be interesting to see how this discussion plays out. The mayor agreed to send it back to staff to draft the ordinance a little more clearly. So, what's really next, I guess, is just seeing what comes out of that staff work.
Right. Well, we'll keep up to date with it and with you guys on these stories. We appreciate you joining us this morning. And if you want to find out more information, they can check out your guys' website, and you've got up to date information there as well. So.
Yep, connectfitchburg.com.
All right, Scott, thank you so much for joining us.
Guys.
Thank
you.
you.
Have a great day.
You too. All right, we'll be right back. It's Talkin' Fitchburg.